rabbi, then that is the sign that that opinion has a connection not only with a reflection of God, but from God himself. So Elu ve'elu, both opinions are the words of Elokim Chaim, but from the essence of God's name, the name that God uses for to be a name of, this is his essence, this is his being, that's where halacha is. So halacha means that it's connected to the essence of God. And therefore, it is very interesting that if one would study law and study the Talmud and see the discussions, you don't have to move too many pages to come to a conclusion that everything that is discussed in the Talmud has this underlying respect, that all of the information that they're dealing with are divine laws. And to bring this out in a very clear way, you find so many arguments in the Talmud about different commandments. Never do you find any question, if it's based on logic, you don't find anyone asking throughout the Talmud, why do we need four-cornered boxes, black boxes, to wear tefillin? No one asks the questions about the details of the commandments. There can be a whole volume of the Talmud, like this section of the Talmud that we're reading right here, and it could be all discussing all kinds of laws of when to put on the tefillin. Can it be done at night? Can it be put on Shabbos? Do we need to put it on Yom Tov? And it could go on arguments and arguments of how to compare it to different things. At the same time that all these rabbis are arguing with so many details, never do you find that somebody raises one question. Before we even talk about should tefillin be put on at night or on Shabbat, why do we have a black box? Why does it have to be square? Why can't it be triangle? Why can't it be blue? And the same goes for each and every commandment. When you see the details of the commandment, you obviously see right away that it's not at all based on any logic. Because no logic ever could explain, then why do tefillin have to be four-cornered black boxes? So in other words, the issue when the rabbis were arguing is obviously that they understood that there are areas where you can understand, but essentially the essence of the commandment is far beyond logic. So whatever you can understand, we are supposed to try to understand, and that's how we could know how we could compare different situations, how to follow the commandment. But essentially, there's much more to the commandment than anyone ever understood. And therefore, the respect of Jewish law is the pursuit of the truth, the pursuit of trying to understand what did God say and what did he want. That's the issue. And even if somebody would have all kinds of proofs, logical proofs, that it should work in the other way, if we know that someone from a higher level knows and says that the will of God was in that way, then with all the proofs and logic that you could prove and disprove it, it'll be accepted by all rabbis that if somebody of the Mishnah said that, then the law goes according to the Mishnah, because they were holier people and had a higher level of prophecy. And therefore, with all the knowledge and all the logic that we have now, and we have much more information now than 200 years ago, than 500 years ago, because we have now printed in front of us thousands and thousands of books, and we know we have so much knowledge maybe you could say that with the knowledge that we have and information that we have, maybe we could disagree and come up with a new law if it's based on logic. But that would be true if the Torah would just be a book of knowledge. So the respect to Torah is the respect that this is a divine law. Divine meaning it is not based on the logic that was put in front of us. It's based on something far much deeper and higher, infinitely more than the logic that we understand. So in conclusion, all mitzvot, the positive and the negative, or the eidos, chukim, or mishpatim, originate from God Himself, who is far beyond any rhyme or reason. Thank you.